Hello everyone. Today we will discuss few definitions for the AC analysis. So first definition is power factor. What is meant by power factor? It is the cosine angle between the voltage and current. So it is denoted as cos phi. For the inductive load, the nature of the power factor is lagging nature, whereas capacitive load the power factor nature is leading nature. Okay, please remember these two terms. The nature of the power factor for the lagging load it is for inductive. So the leading nature of the power factor for capacitive load. Next, move on to next definition is active power. What is meant by active power? So it is denoted as P. It is also called as real power and true power. It is the true power. So it is the multiplication of RMS voltage and RMS current angle between them, cosine angle between voltage and current. So it is also written as voltage and current cos phi. Okay, it's measured in watts. It is also treated as unit for active power. Move on to next definition is reactive power. It is basically denoted as capital Q. It is the multiplication of RMS voltage and RMS current sine angle between them. Sine angle between them. So Vrms is basically rewritten as capital V and capital I into sine phi. It is measured or units for the reactive power is watts or old amperes. Reactive old amperes. So next important definition is apparent power. It is the power, the combination of the active power. It is the combination of the active power and reactive power. Otherwise, it is the summation of, means phasor sum, not arithmetic sum. It is the phasor sum of the active power and reactive power. So basically, it is denoted as yes. Yes, we can read mathematically written as phasor sum of the active power and reactive power. So other notation for the apparent power is Vrms into Irms. So in order to find the magnitude of the apparent power, we will sum the P square plus Q square, active power and reactive power. From the power triangle diagram, we can represent as P is real power, so it is measured in watts. Reactive power, it is measured in volt ampere, reactive volt ampere, and apparent power is volt amperes. Okay, these triangles are both are same. These triangles are named as power triangles. Okay, so Z, basically Z is named as impedance, R is resistance, if X is represented as admittance. So we will discuss in detail in further classes. So next, the behavior of the resistance and inductance and capacitance we will discuss in detail in upcoming slides. So this is the input voltage V. This is the resistance. The current through the resistance is IR. The voltage drop across the resistance is VR. This phasor and this phasor notation will give the complete picture idea, the resistance behavior with respect to AC voltage, the current and voltage natures. So now let us consider the applied sinusoidal voltage is V. It is mathematically represented as Vm into sine omega t. It is a sine wave, okay, which follows the sine rule. This is the pi, this is 2 pi, this is Vm, okay. It is peak voltage, peak magnitude of the voltage. So the resulting current has an instantaneous value, that is I is equal to V upon R. V is equal to Vm sine omega t upon R. So I am taken out Vm upon R. So this is treated as constant. Im means maximum value of the current or peak value of the current. So I am writing again here. So Im is equal to Vm upon R, the peak value of the current. So from the equation 1 and 2, this is the first equation, this is the second equation, we find that the voltage and current are in phase each other. There is no angle difference between the voltage and current. So this is, if I consider this is the voltage, so the current and voltage are in phase each other. It is current, the red color treated as voltage. So there is no phase difference between the voltage and current. So that is called, it is, they are in phase each other. Okay. So Z is equal to impedance V upon I. So I am writing V upon Vm into sine omega t, Im into sine omega t. So sine omega t, sine omega t cancel out, Vm upon Im. So we all know that Im is equal to Vm upon R. So I am substituting Im value in the numerator, sorry, denominator. So this Vm we cancel out, we will find finally R. So power at any instant. So now we are calculating the power value of the resistance at any instant. So V is equal to Vm sin omega t, I is equal to Im sin omega t. So Vm into Im, I am writing here sin omega t into sin omega t. So sin square omega t. So in order to avoid the confusion, I am replacing omega t with theta. So from onwards, please remember omega t with theta. So the power calculations. What is meant by power? We all know that power is equal to voltage into current. So average power over a cycle. Why considering over a cycle? In sine wave, the positive wave and negative, both are positive cycle and negative cycles are equal. So that if we find the average value, we will get 0. So in order to find the average value of sine wave, we will consider only either positive wave or negative cycle. Only one cycle we am considering, 1 or 2. If it is combinedly considered, we will get the 0 value. So P is equal to, so in previous slide we will get power is equal to Vm Im sin square theta. So we get, in order to find the power value over a one cycle, we will consider up to 0 to pi. We are integrating this value 0 to pi into d theta. So I'm writing this equation here. So we all know sine square theta is equal to 1 minus cos 2 theta upon 2. Instead of sine square theta, I'm replacing 1 minus cos 2 theta upon 2. So this 2 is constant. So I'm taken out from the denominator. Vm Im upon 2 pi over the period 0 to pi 1 minus cos 2 theta into d theta. So integration of 1 is d theta cos 2 theta cos 2x dx. Integration is sine 2x upon 2, or if I consider a, it is a upon a. Okay, similar manner we will get the integration. I'm taking the limits 0 to pi. On simplifying this equation, we will get Vm Im upon 2 pi into pi. Vm Im upon 2, this pi is cancel each other. So the 2 can be written as root 2 into root 2 in order to the voltage and current values in terms of RMS values. Okay, Vm upon root 2, Im upon R2. We all know Vm upon root 2, it is written as Vrms. Im upon root 2, it is treated as IRMS. The average power over a cycle of the resistance element with the applied voltage is V, the current is I, the average power is V into I watts. This is the active power. Okay. Power factor. In first slide we will discuss about the power factor. What is meant by power factor? The cosine angle between the voltage and current. In the resistive element, the voltage is taken as V reference. This is reference. Okay. The voltage and current follows each other. So there is no phase angle between them. So phase angle, there is no presence of the phase angle means phi is equal to 0. So the power factor cos phi is equal to cos 0. Cos 0 means 1. Okay. So now we will discuss about the sinusoidal nature of the inductance. Okay, means here we will discuss about the inductive behavior with the sinusoidal AC supply. So this is the circuit diagram representation. The current passes through the inductance is IL. The voltage drop across the inductance is VL. We will discuss it in the previous classes. Voltage across the inductor is VL is equal to L into DIL, means IL is current flowing through the inductance upon dt. Okay, this is the inductance magnitude. These phasor diagrams discussed with a little bit of time of delay. So now the applied voltage is V is equal to Vm into sin omega t. See, I am drawing supply voltage. This is pi, this is 2 pi. The voltage and current as on the same axis. If it is considered voltage, this is the maximum value or peak value of the voltage. This is the negative peak value of the voltage. The magnitude is minus Vm. So the current through the inductor is all derived in the first chapter. I is equal to 1 upon L integration of V into dt. So instead of V, I am substituting Vm into sin omega t. So Vm is constant term is taken over from the limits. So Vm upon L. So we all know the integration of sin at into dt is minus cos at upon a. Okay, please remember trigonometric formula for AC analysis. So Vm upon omega L. So sin omega t integrated as minus cos omega t upon omega. This omega is taken outside. So Vm upon omega L minus cos omega t. So we all know all silver tea cups concept in the trigonometry. Please go through once how I wrote this equation. Okay, sin omega t minus pi by 2. From the equation 1, please observe these two equations. From the equation 1, v is equal to Vm sin omega t, and second equation I is equal to Im sin omega t minus pi by 2. There is a angle difference between these two equations. What is the angle? Pi by 2. What is the sign? Negative. Negative means it is the lagging nature. Lagging nature means we can say that the current through the inductor lags the voltage by 90 degrees. Okay, 90 degrees. Now we move on to impedance. What is meant by impedance? Z is equal to V upon I. I'm substituting voltage and current values. Okay, so I'm rearranging the terms. Vm into sin omega t upon Im sin omega t minus 90 degrees. So instead of Im, I am rewriting again Vm upon omega L sin omega t minus 90 degrees. So this Vm cancel out. So omega is taken out from the denominator, sin omega t upon sin omega t minus 90. Please remember how changed it is, and we will discuss later. If the negative angle is present, it is taken to the numerator, consider as the positive angle. For the time being, please remember we will discuss in the further classes in detailed manner about this notation, how they change it. So omega L, an angle of 90 degrees. An angle of 90 degrees. So again I'm writing so instead of 90 degrees I'm replacing with 90 with J operator. It is learned in complex variables in intermediate stage. So J into omega L. Okay, so omega L is treated as XL. XL means admittance of inductor. Okay, please remember these names in the AC analysis. Please do not confuse. So now we are moving to, before moving on to phasor representation and power, a small topic. XL is written as omega L. What is meant by omega? It is called 2 pi f into L. Okay, so the purely inductive circuit opposes the flow of the current, means alternating current, called inductance. This is called inductance reactance. Inductance reactance. Inductance reactance. Sorry, this is not admittance. Inductance reactance. So which is measured in ohm. Okay. So now move on to phasor representation on power. So I'm considering, let us consider V is equal to Vm upon root 2, an angle of 0. I is equal to Im upon root 2 into minus 90 degrees. So why Im upon root 2? It is RMS value. Okay. Instantaneous power, or a power at an instant, is calculating here V into I. So Vm into sine theta, Im into sine theta minus pi by 2. So Vm Im, so sine theta minus pi by 2 from the all silver teacup discussion. So it is treated as minus cos theta. So minus Vm Im sin theta into cos theta. So average power, how we are finding instantaneous power over the period. So please remember, while finding average power, we are just considering only one cycle, not the both the cycles, either positive cycle or negative cycle. I'm considering just for time being 0 to pi. So minus Vm Im upon pi, 0 to pi, 0 to pi into sorry sin theta cos theta into theta. Okay, so we all know 2 sin theta cos theta is written as sin 2 theta. In order to get this one, we are multiplying numerator and denominator with the 2. Okay, so we are arranging like this. On integrating sin 2 theta, we will get cos 2 theta upon 2. So limits are 0 to pi. On substituting of the limits in this equation, we will get 0. Okay, thus a pure inductor does not consume any real power. Please remember this point, it is very important. The pure inductor does not consume any real power. Real power means P, active power. It does not consume any real power or active power. So the angle between voltage and current is 90 degrees. So the power factor is written as cos phi is equal to cos 90. Cos 90 means 0. Okay, for the pure inductor. So now we are before moving to the capacitance characteristics, we will discuss in detail the phasor diagrams of the inductance. So the voltage and currents are lag in nature, means if I consider voltage is reference, the current is lag by the voltage with 90 degrees, means I lags V by 90 degrees for the pure inductor. Please don't confuse this diagram and this diagram, just rotating this diagram into clockwise into 90 degrees. Okay, so in this phasor the voltage is starting here actually. Okay, The voltage is starting here before the zero. The voltage and current are lag in nature with the 90 degrees of phase shift. This is a 90-degree phase shift. So the current is delayed with the voltage by 90 degrees. That's why the power factor nature of the inductance is lagging nature. Lagging power factor. Okay. So now let's move on to capacitance circuit. Capacitance. So we will discuss what is the nature of the capacitor current and voltage with respect to the sinusoidal AC. Please consider the current direction. This is the IC, the current through the capacitor. The voltage drop across the capacitor is VC. The capacitance uh, strength is C. This phasor diagram 1 and 2 means this phasor diagram we will discuss with a little bit of time later of the time. So the voltage across the capacitor. Before going to the voltage across the capacitor, now let us consider the value of the voltage applied to the capacitor. What is the value of the applied voltage capacitor? V. V is equal to Vm sine omega t. Please remember what is considering a reference. Please take care of this one for drawing the phasor diagrams. Okay. So let the value of the applied voltage is across the capacitance is V is equal to Vm sin theta. Okay. The value across the capacitor is value of across the capacitor is V is equal to 1 upon C integration of I into dt. So this equation is derived from I is equal to C into dV upon dt. This equation derived in the first chapter. So the current through the capacitance is equal to I is equal to C into dV by dt. So C into dV d upon dt and means differentiating the voltage with respect to time. We will get the differentiation of the sine AT is cos AT into A. Okay. D by dx of sin x is equal, sin AX is equal to cos AX into differentiation of dx into AX. So finally we will get cos AX and the differentiation of the AX is equal to A. So A into cos AX. Okay. So Vm upon 1 upon omega c. For the easy understanding, I am writing this equation into like this. Okay. So it is considered as constant and that value is peak value of the current into cos omega t. Im into, so by using all silver teacups concept, all silver teacups concept, just playing the cos in terms of sine, we are writing sine omega t plus phi. Please identify the equation 1 and 2 means voltage equation. What is the voltage equation? V is equal to Vm sin omega t and I is equal to Im sin omega t plus phi. Plus phi means forward direction. Okay. There is a leading nature between the voltage and current. Leading nature of power factor. Okay. So I is equal to Vm upon 1 upon omega c. So this is omega c. This omega c means capacitive reactance. Xc is equal to 1 upon omega c is treated as capacitive reactance, which is measured in terms of ohms. Okay, in terms of ohms. In purely capacitive circuit, the opposite to the flow of alternating current is called capacitive reactance. So Xc is equal to Vc upon Ic. Xc is equal to 1 upon omega c. So omega is equal to 2 pi f. 2 pi f c. Okay. So the pure capacitor, the voltage and current both are in, there is a phase difference between the two. Voltage and current is, phase difference is 90 degrees. Okay. So move on to first slide. So I'm considering voltage is a reference. Voltage is reference. So VC, this is the voltage across the capacitor. The current leads. The current is leads by 90 degrees. 90 degrees. So that's why the power factor nature leading in capacity loads. Leading nature in capacitive load. Okay. So if I am considering voltage is starting here, the current is already starting before the 90 degrees of the voltage. This is the current trajectory. This is the voltage trajectory. Okay. The phasor representation and power. So voltage is starting from the 0 degree, but it is starting before the 90 degrees before the voltage. So this is I is equal to RMS value. This is the RMS value. This is the RMS value of the current. Okay. So what will be the power factor of the capacitive load? It is 90 degrees, but it is a zero leading. Nature must be leading, but which is it? Zero. So what is meant by instantaneous power? How we calculate? Okay. Instantaneous power is defined as voltage and current. RMS voltage and RMS value of the current. So Vm into sin omega t, Im into sin omega t plus 90 degrees. Okay. So Vm Im upon pi. This is the average power. See, previously I told why I consider a single cycle in the sinusoidal. Why? Because if I consider two cycles, we will get the average value is 0. Okay. In order to find the average power value of the sinusoidal signal, we are considering only single cycle. Please remember this point also. Vm Im upon pi over the period of 0 to pi sin theta into cos theta into d theta. Okay. So we all know 2 sin theta cos theta. We can multiply denominator and numerator with 2. Okay. So this can be written as sin 2 theta. Okay. Vm Im upon 2 pi sin theta integrated as minus cos 2 theta upon 2 with the limits of 0 to pi. On simplify this equation, we will get the value is 0. Okay. What is the means of 0? The pure capacitor does not consume any real power. The pure capacitor does not consume any real power. Please make a note on this. Okay. Thank you watching for this.